Welcome everyone in joining our Gen C webinar, Go Faster with Salesforce Lightning. My name is Sam Gerards, Business Developer at Gen C. Before we kick off, we wanted to give you a short introduction of our company. Gen C is a certified silver Salesforce partner within the Benelux region, with more than 25 experienced Salesforce consultants delivering state-of-the-art solutions. As part of the Kronos Group, we collaborate with other competence centers and can rely on a network of more than 2,000 technical specialists in a wide range of business domains and technologies. Our headquarters is based in Antwerp, but we have several satellite offices within the Benelux region. Most of you know Salesforce as the pioneer in sales-based CRM. Customers are looking at Salesforce because the company is innovative for the past 17 years. Customers are not buying Salesforce for just what they can deliver today, but also for what they can deliver the coming 5 to 3 years as well. Let's take a look under the hood. Salesforce has expanded a lot over the past years. Besides the Sales Cloud, which focuses on lead generation and conversion opportunity management, there is also Service Cloud. Think about solutions for customer service management, CTI, or field service engineers. The Marketing Cloud has adopted a B2B marketing automation tool, formerly known as Pardot, and also a complete suite to support your B2C marketing activities, formerly known as ExactTarget. The Community Cloud is there to engage partners, vendors, or even employees in the Salesforce platform. Analytic Cloud is an embedded reporting and dashboarding application for extensive visualization of your data. And last but not least, there is the App Cloud. With the AppExchangel, there are more than 3,000 business applications who are ready to use and to embed seamlessly in your Salesforce platform. We can also introduce that recently Salesforce has added Demandware and e-commerce solutions to complete the cloud business platform. Some interesting reference for which we deliver added value. As you can see, we work within international companies as well as small to medium businesses in all different industries like real estate, energy, telecom, pharma, and so on. Gen C provides a couple of services. We have a slide here that is starting with the implementation service. We will unpack your Salesforce licenses and tailor to your company needs. Integration, there is the possibility to integrate your CRM with company websites, ERP, and web shops. In the development, we have some technical people who can custom develop your force.com platform, and also after the project implementation we can assist you with support and evaluative changes. Training and coaching for new and existing Salesforce customers. There we can provide admin, end user, technical or custom training sessions. Last service is the business process optimization. It can be very insightful for customers working with Salesforce for quite a time to review their processes, check the user adoption in order to establish some quick wins and optimization tracks. In line with the optimization track, we assist Salesforce customers to switch to Salesforce Lightning, which brings us to the webinar topic of today. Now, let me first introduce Marina Koorman. Marina is our certified Salesforce instructor which has more than 12 years experience in CRM and profound knowledge of Salesforce.com. On behalf of the Salesforce University, she provides yearly more than 15 public and private Salesforce training courses. For some other big Salesforce customers, she will collaborate in setting up the end-user training. To conclude, Marina is our training expert within Gen C. During the webinar, we will ask all attendees to be in listen-only mode, and questions can be posted in the screen you see there on the slide. At the end of the webinar, we have some time to answer your questions, but for now I will give the floor to Marina Koorman.
Hi everyone, and welcome to this Salesforce Lightning webinar. Before we start with the webinar, we would like to ask you to participate in a small poll. We wanted to know if you are using the Salesforce Classic, Lightning, or if you're not using Salesforce at all. Anyway, so I see that answers are coming in, and for now it seems that well, most of you are still using the Salesforce Classic, which you can actually see on the screen. So 83% in favor of Classic. We do have some participants who are using Lightning. Good. And some of them don't use Salesforce at all. So it will be kind of a mixed session today, of course, with most of the focus of switching your Classic environment to Lightning. Okay, let's get the show on the road. So today we are here to talk about Salesforce Lightning. So what exactly is Salesforce Lightning? Well, for those who have been using the mobile version, you have already seen that it looks different from the Classic that you see on your desktop. So that was a preview of how Lightning would go. And as you can see on the screen there, we see that we've got the Lightning AppExchangel, and in the AppExchangel we have custom Lightning components which are ready for you to use, but we also have some custom apps which are ready to use in Lightning. Now the difference between components and apps is an app would be, for instance, some extra dashboards, okay, or a quoting tool, or an integration with another platform. So some of these apps have now been brought into Lightning and are ready to use in the new version. The components are, as you can see on the right side of your screen under Lightning App Builder, are small components that you can use within your Lightning. There is also Lightning Bolt, and that is a new way to accelerate the creation of customer experience. And that is specially focused on communities. So it will enable you to build lightning fast communities, next generation portals, and customer facing websites. Good. So when did this new track start? Well, the first launch of Lightning was in October 2015, so it's already been some while, so for more than a year, and that was the first introduction to the Lightning experience. It was at the beginning just a new look and feel, but it was there in order to bring the mobile and the dashboard version of Salesforce more in line. So today, more than 1 year later, customers can use the Lightning experience with a range of new features such as console, forecasting, and others. Over 500 new features are currently available. So what's the difference between Classic and Lightning? Well, Classic, actually in Lightning you still have all your functionalities that you are used to in Classic, but of course with an added benefit of all the new technology and features that are currently available. So not only does Lightning offer new look and feel and design, but it comes with a whole set of new tools and features to enhance and improve productivity. So as you can see there on the screen, we have the sales track, which is now available for custom apps as well, or custom objects. The dashboard has been completely rebuilt so that you can actually tailor it to your needs and requirements. Where Salesforce Classic was still oriented to gathering data and managing those data, Lightning Experience has shifted its focus from that pure managerial task to an action-oriented model. So in Lightning, we will actually focus on the actions and provide more productivity for the users. As we already mentioned, Lightning comes with a set of powerful features, some of which we will highlight in the next slides. Now, some of those features you see on the screen already exist in Classic, but they have been elaborated on or extended upon. So first, let's have a look at the home page. As you can see, it's completely restyled and rebuilt. There is room now for a performance chart which tracks the performance to a certain target that you can set yourself. To the right, we've got the assistant, which helps you focus on what matters most using proactive notifications. So it also helps you focus on the tasks at hand and completing your business. And then there are the accounts insights, which is a personal and relevant board of notifications about your top accounts that help you take meaningful actions. Now, one of the things that is most impressive is the opportunity Kanban board. So the list is still available, but you can also show your opportunities in a grid-like fashion. At the top, as you can see, you've got your sales funnel using the opportunity stages as guidelines. And underneath, you've got all the opportunities who fall into this category. Now, new to this is, of course, that you can see between the opportunities and the sales pipeline, you can see the total value per stage, which is, of course, an enormously helpful tool for sales users. So it allows you to visualize your pipeline. There's a simple drag and drop feature. So if one of those opportunities move to the next phase, you don't have to actually go into the opportunities. You just grab it and drop it into the next phase. And you will also get intelligent alerts prompting you to take action on deals that need your attention. So the workspaces have also changed, and I see we've got a bit of delay between what we have here and what we have on the screen. So let me just wait until the screen catches up. Okay, quick questions. Okay, so here it is. No? Yeah, well, we seem to have a problem with, yeah, okay, here we are. So the workspaces have also changed. So one of the most prominent changes in my view is the highlights panel. And the highlights panel you find at the top of your workspace, or as we used to call it, your homepage or your object or your page. So the highlights panel allows you to see your important information at a glance. Of course, it's fully customizable so that organizations can decide what they want to see in the highlights panel. We've got the sales path, which we already introduced on the previous slide. For opportunities, of course, it's based on the stage field. Since spring 17, which is out, I think, since last week, it is now also available for your custom objects, so the objects that you build yourself. Then we've got the timeline, and the timeline is at the bottom of the screen. It's there under next steps. If you just follow the little arrow, you can see there are next steps, and that's the timeline. The timeline displays all your activities, so your events, your tasks, your logged calls. So that will all be in a nice flowing timeline at the bottom, allowing you, of course, to take care of what needs to be taken care of. And as with the previous version, but it looks a bit different now, is the hover over links to view details without ever leaving the page. Then with relation to the sales path, and we need to wait a bit for apparently the slides to catch up. It's a bit awkward. So, all right, the slide doesn't follow, so we'll just allow it to catch up with us. The sales path is, of course, fully customizable. And yeah, okay, here we go. So the sales path, as you can see, is fully customizable. You can indicate some key fields that you want to display at the top. There are some guidance rules at the side because this is kind of new. So it allows you to completely set your sales path to provide the most functionality for you. Guidelines for success and key fields, of course. You can indicate your key fields which you want to present in your sales path. Then the composer. Composer is a new term, but you will probably also recognize it as soon as you see it on the screen right here. So the composer now compresses activities, so your tasks, your events, your emails that you can send out. Previously in the Classic, you would find it under activity history and under the activities related lists. Next to it, you've got Collaborate. Collaborate, of course, is our chatter feature. So if we were to click on Collaborate, we would see the chat window allowing us to post a chat message. And of course, the Details tab shows us the details of the page. The functionalities are still the same. They are just rearranged for ease of use and to match everything on one page, which of course reduces scrolling and clicking. And then of course the search functionality is still using the Google search functionality, which means that you can start typing and you get results immediately. What you do have now is your recent items, which is now in the form of a drop-down with easily recognizable icons. It's a type ahead search, so potential matches for your search are suggested as you type, and you can have your frequently used objects at the top, so they will be there first, and then you can drill down to other search results. Reports and dashboards have also seen a big have also seen a big revamp. What you can see there is the dashboards. So you immediately see the difference between the old dashboard and this one is that we can now tailor the column width to what we actually need. So at the top you see 1.9K 59. Those are actually small windows or small graphs. They don't really require the full width of a column. But then underneath you've got a quite large timeline which requires a bit more space. So the new dashboard functionality actually allows you to tailor your dashboard to your needs. Also for reports, we've got a click and drag filter functionality which doesn't need for a user to actually go into the report to change the view. So a lot of new features where dashboards and reports are concerned. Then we already saw the Lightning App Builder. This actually allows you to build apps for your Lightning environment and also for components. It's got a drag and drop layout, so you just take from the sideline, as you can see on the big screen to the left, you've got all the components which are available. These can be standard components such as activities, detail, etc. But you can also create and configure custom components which will be available in the sidebar as well. You just take them and drag them onto your screen to your liking. As usual, you can do this with per profile page layout assignments, and you can also save specific layout templates, which of course facilitates the creation of those layouts. Then we've got, of course, the Lightning Framework, and that's a collection of services that you can use to build your components and your apps. And the Lightning Design System, that's basically technical behind the screen. It's the design assets and guidelines for building absolutely pixel perfect apps, and as you can see on the screen, they actually look smashing. Here we've got an overview of what I discussed earlier on, is the Lightning ready apps which are available in the AppExchangel, and on top of each of those little app boxes you can see Lightning ready. So MailChimp, for instance, Sage, Conga, Jitterbit, they're already Lightning ready, which means that you can also seamlessly introduce them to your own Lightning environment. Now it seems that switching to Lightning is as easy as flipping a switch. And in fact it is, but you always have to be very careful with things that look simple. Of course, there is a big impact of switching to Lightning or migrating to Lightning. One, of course, is that it's a completely new look and feel, so it requires some new training, some new getting used to. So for that, Salesforce has the Migration Assistant, and it will help you evaluate some of the features and customizations to determine which users are ready to migrate. It might very well be that your sales department is ready to migrate while your service department is better off still using the classic. So this Migration Assistant, as you can see on the right side of the screen, helps you determine that. And as you can see, it's got little steps that you can take. First, of course, learn about the Lightning experience. It's got a link to a page that helps you with that. Then evaluate if the Lightning experience is right for your org. Decide who can use Lightning experience, etc., etc. And then if you have completed the entire track and also have created your readiness report and you're confident that Lightning is something for your org, at the bottom of the screen, you then flip the switch. Now, you can switch at any time, and the cool thing is that as soon as it's made available for a certain profile, you can actually see it in your at the top of your screen under your name. So there is a new link that is now presented as switch to Lightning experience. When you're in Lightning, you can always switch back. In that case, you need to click on your photograph or your icon, and you will find there your link to switch to Classic. Now, before you start, of course, you have to define your Lightning experience rollout strategy. So if you're totally new to Salesforce and you still need to roll it out into your org, it might be a good idea to say, let's go to Lightning immediately. It saves your users the effort to adapt themselves to a new system. When you already are using Salesforce or have been using Salesforce for a while, then a good option is to select a pilot group of users, set a path for those users and give them access to Lightning Experience so that they can test it out, see if everyone is ready for it, if your applications that have been tailor-made for you are ready for it, and then if everything passes the test, you can switch it on for all users. Now, you can also validate your Salesforce org, and it's always good to do that with a Salesforce partner. They will be able, as you can see on the right, to give you more insight in the remarks that are put in the red box and to help you deal with those challenges of switching to Lightning. Some of the things will probably need to be rebuilt, other things will need to be tailored. So to save you time and headache, it's always a good idea to reach out to a partner who has the knowledge.